Թալիատը սպաննելու խնդիրը ամենեն տիրուն բանն էր։ Եթե թալիատը ջանիշնային, անուննալ փոխված է, թալիատ չեր անունը, ամիսներով դունույթ կդրեի, բայց այդ դան մազին կան, մեկ հարգան փոխպրզան, այդ բեղան բնդողելորները գրստենք այդ։
Good evening and welcome to The Truth Must Be Told. Tonight we will be discussing corruption in Armenia. And with us we have a guest, Robert Davidian, who is a filmmaker, documentarian, and human rights activist. Hi,
thank you very much for having me here again.
You're welcome. Well, last week
we're very excited to show the dirty laundry of the Armenian government and other organizations.
Yeah, so last week we talked about some dirty laundry, and we talked about specifically the dirty laundry of the All-Armenian Fund, which is the largest Armenian charitable organization in the world today, which is run by and controlled by the de facto Armenian government. And last week it got a little tenuous there because there were some people who were a little bit upset about what we had to say.
Why were they upset?
Well, because I guess there's a pride issue. You don't want to believe that these things are going on. And I can understand that. You know, I'm Armenian. I also know what amot is and pride. But at the end of the day, when it's harmful to the long-term survival of our nation, it's something that has to be discussed and exposed.
Yeah, don't people want to just know the truth?
Well, some people don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to be covering a few issues regarding the All-Armenia Fund because they're going to be having a telethon that's coming up in a week and 2 days. It's on Thanksgiving Day, and officials presumably will start showing up around Saturday or Sunday to vacation in the United States and go around in the meantime and beg for money from donors. What's interesting is, as the years have gone by, donors in the diaspora apparently have become much wiser. Today, what I want to present is a few little items here. I have all of their tax returns. And these are, yes, these are...
Whose tax returns?
This is the All-Armenia Fund West. This is the Los Angeles Armenia Fund, which is at 111 North Jackson Street in Glendale, 9120, my eyes aren't that great, 6. So I was able to obtain all of their tax returns, and these are not tax returns, these are just declarations by them. It's the 990 forms that nonprofit organizations are supposed to submit every year to show what they're doing, because it's a non-income. It's a return for organizations exempt from income tax, and the Armenia Fund has that status today. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up is because last week on my show, and on Harald Brunosian's show also, Vera Tarts, I discussed the All-Armenia Fund and where the money is being used presently, and how they have made it very clear they cannot help Syrian Armenians, who happen to be the Armenians who are in the most need today of assistance. And apparently the line that they're using now for justification of they cannot help the Syrian Armenians are their status does not allow them to help anybody but Armenia. And in fact, they are correct. Every one of these tax returns, this is the 990, this is the 2011, which is the only one I was able to get. I'm going to try to get the 2012 also. That is if they've filed it, because I have noticed that the All-Armenia Fund usually gets an extension, reading over these tax returns, and they file them in November or December, and then they ask reason for extension because they needed time to get a more accurate figure. Apparently, you know, with their collecting from donors, they don't really know whether they had it or they didn't have it or so on.
More accurate.
Yes, that's what their thing is. But it says, briefly describe the organization's mission or most significant activities, and it says, support the people of Armenia. And this is really what the All-Armenia Fund today is claiming. We can only support the people of Armenia. We can't support the people of Syria. Well, as I said before, if you can't support the people of Syria, then you certainly can't support the people of Artsakh, because Artsakh isn't even recognized as a part of Armenia or even recognized as an independent nation by Armenia itself. And in fact, you know, Zaruhi Postanjan, she brought this subject up a couple weeks ago. It was on the floor last week, and it was shot down. Nobody wanted to hear about it. They said strategically, all sorts of excuses. Basically, to Parliament, she was presenting that, and it was shot down. So the reality is that Armenia Fund really does have some issues, and it's riddled with corruption. It's just riddled with corruption. There's a lot of information about this in a white paper that I presented that you can find at The Truth Must Be Told. It's a download. It's in Armenian and in English, so you can download
Check it out.
version.
It's a great read. It's like a suspense novel. I mean, it's all true.
Yeah, and there's
facts backed up with sources.
And as we mentioned on our last show, we are going to be having a town hall meeting this upcoming Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Zaruhi Postanjan via Skype will be our special guest, and she will be discussing corruption. And Robert will also be presenting, I will be presenting the white paper, actually a revised white paper, because a lot of things have changed, or a lot of things have happened in the last 2 years. And it's really important that people attend, people participate, and people get involved, because the reality is today, and it's a sad reality, Armenia, the homeland, where we all came from originally, or in that region, is depopulating today. 622 people, on average, are leaving every day, never to return.
Each day? Each day?
Each day.
600?
Since the election until last month, 112,000 people have checked out, and they're not coming back.
In like 6 months?
In 8 months.
8 months.
8 months. Since the election, the number actually increased because, as we know, the election was stolen. There is no democracy in Armenia today, unfortunately. And it's high time that we now do something. And that's why Robert and a number of us started the Pan-Armenian Coalition to Stop Corruption. And at the town hall meeting on the 23rd, people will be invited to join us or join an organization which will be hopefully present at the town hall meeting that you can join with as an organization and get involved, because really our homeland, our future, our cultural future is in danger today, and we must do something about it. It is up to every and each individual.
That's right. And it's a coalition of organizations, really. So we're just taking members from every organization that wants to get involved with the common purpose of destroying government corruption in Armenia and other corruption in Armenia.
Exactly, other corruption.
And outside of Armenia.
Yes, because unfortunately today there is corruption that feeds directly from the outside, that feeds into Armenia and perpetuates the condition that we have. We're going to put up on the screen, Harut, if we can, put up on the screen the website, stoparmeniancorruption.com. I gave that to him a little bit late.
When you go to that website on Saturday morning, you'll be able to watch this town hall meeting.
Yeah, it'll be live streamed in Armenian and in English. We're having actually simultaneous translations. We have a professional translator. So,
and what time is it going to be?
It's Los Angeles time. It's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Saturday in Los Angeles. So if you're in Armenia, 10 p.m.
Exactly. And again, there's going to be 3 live streams going, 2 of them from Armenia, 1 from Washington, D.C. The person from Washington, D.C. is with Policy Forum Armenia. They will be presenting the corruption report. This is Corruption in Armenia. It is a State of the Nation report. And you can also, if anybody is interested in this report, you can if you go to stoparmeniancorruption.com, it'll take you to our Facebook group page, because that's presently where it's parked. And you can actually download this report, or you can actually purchase this report at our town hall meeting. We'll have multiple copies of this. We'll have multiple copies of the to donate or not to donate, the white paper about the All-Armenia Fund.
So there are 2 major reports that we're going to have at the town hall meeting. This shows corruption throughout the government, and it also concludes that $750 million was just lost because the government didn't collect taxes correctly from their oligarch friends and members of parliament that have businesses illegally.
And the other thing,
and that money could be used for the people, which is where the Armenia Fund is spending their money. And some of their money.
And last weekend on, was it Sunday that we went? No, Saturday. No, Sunday. It was Sunday. Sunday we went to the Ararat, the Eskician Museum in Mission Hills, and there was a screening of Breaking Backbone. It's a documentary about mining in Armenia. I recommend that everybody find where that's playing and go see it. It's not only will you be supporting the activism going on in Armenia by the the Green Armenians, if you want to call them that. What is the name of their organization?
I don't know. Green Armenian, I don't know.
It's a pan-Armenian environmental movement is what it is.
That's right.
And it documented very well what's going on in terms of mining. Can you imagine Armenia is being strip mined, and the way that they're processing the minerals, extracting the minerals, they're only getting a 70% extraction from the minerals and dumping everything else in. So not only are they losing money, but they are polluting the land 10 times more than they would if they were properly mining. And that 10% is actually something that there's ways to manage so it doesn't contaminate and cause cancer and birth defects.
Why don't they manage it? Why don't they manage it?
Well, the reason they're trying to do it as quick as they can because they're trying to make the maximum amount of profit before they're kicked out of the country. And that's what we're all about. We're going to kick these guys out of the country because they are causing extreme damage. In fact, I went on the website of one of the mining companies that's doing the Gapan mine, the gold mining. It's called Dundee Precious Minerals in Canada. And on their website, we need to actually approach these people because on their website they talk about how they try to protect the ecology beyond the standards and help the communities and so on. They clearly aren't doing this in Armenia. And I want to add also the project that the All-Armenian Fund has, the Vartenis Mardakert Highway, is not going to help villagers as much as it's going to help perpetuate mining in Artsakh and turn that into a wasteland also. This beautiful land we have is being turned into wastelands, huge 360-hectare large swamps of contamination, and the levels that the minerals that are in there, the metal, the pollutants, it's causing cows to be born with two heads. Women can't get pregnant. I mean, this is causing major damage, and if you want to help them to pollute our country further, build the Vartenis Mardakert Highway, which is definitely just another ploy by the oligarchs to get us, the diaspora, to pay for their dirty work and to help them get richer. And the reality is, like Robert said, and it's in the corruption report here, $750 million in 2012 alone was not collected in taxes. That's $750 million, which, if you average that out, the undercollected taxes that have not been collected over the years equates to about 100 times of what the Armenia Fund is doing in Armenia. 100 times. That means we could actually build that country just from taxes, corporate taxes, that the oligarchs and the likes of Serge Sarkisyan and dirty politicians like themselves are eating and stuffing away and sticking in their mattress for their future. Because these people are money-hungry, money grabbers. That's all they are. They don't care about Armenia. They don't care about us. And they're coming to Los Angeles. This Sunday, I presume, they are going to be landing here, and our diasporan leaders are going to be welcoming them with open arms, saying, welcome, my brothers, welcome our leaders. You know what, Robert? We got some calls coming in. You want to take a call?
Let's see what they say.
All right, let's take our first call here. Oh, line 2 just disconnected. Line 3, are you yep, here we go. Line 3, you're on the air. Welcome to The Truth Must Be Told. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Ayo?
Ayo?
Alo?
Parior.
Baron Hargajan, Shat Hargajan, Baron Manukyan. Yes, Galasekin.
Ayo, Galasink, Khintrem.
Okay, yes, mi bapsetes me bizdik yergu hartsunim. Arachina Mikich Darikov Hasakov Martik, Chen Hasknar Angreren, Yev Guzevor Kichmanal Hairen Hoseik, Arachina Yekrorta. Mek pamachas ktankima Armenian Fondin mek oktagar bidi lankte voch.
Ha, love. Yes, Asem. Yes, hima hayren of kapatsadrem shnoragaluchun. Okay, because there's some people that don't understand Armenian. Yes, shat arak.
I don't understand Armenian.
Ignal hayren chi haskanar. Paits yes pamasem as verchin tsrakidner vor pidi anենք. Ason kavili should մենք մեծամասնությունը գիտեն ինչ է կատարվում Հայաստանի մեջ, մեծամասնությունը, բայց այն մեծամասնությունը որ հայերեն գիտեն ավելի շուտ, բայց մեծամասնությունը որ անդարբեր են եւ չեն ճանաչել Հայաստանը, Հայաստանի վիճակը եւ հայեն եւ հայերեն չեն հասկանալ, մենք կփորձենք իրենց հասցնել։ Եթե վաղը գուզես այս ամեն ինչ լսել, վաղը ժամը 10-ին Հարութ Պրոնոսյանին վերաթարց ծրագիրին ես հյուր պիտի լինեմ եւ ես հայերենով կբացատրեմ ամեն ինչ ցեզ համար. Okay, let's take another call. Line 1. You're on the air. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Turn off your TV. Turn off your TV sound.
Okay, I
no,
guess they're not.
Parkeri varonlar.
Parev, ինչ pesek?
Շնորհակալ Han edevyalı güzel kontrastes me.
Այո.
Մենք արդեն Glendale-ի մեջ շատ քեշ reputation ունենք ամերիկացիներու աչքով։ Հիմա դուք այս բոլոր անգլերենով սերով պատմելով ամերիկացի պիտի ավելի վատ աչքով նայեն մեզի։ Ինչու համար հայերենով չկդեր միայն որ հայերը հասկանան։
Այո, շնորհակալություն.
Thank you.
Okay, so basically what he was saying is, why are you saying this in English? The people of Glendale already have a bad reputation, apparently. I don't know that for sure, but he's saying the Armenians have a bad reputation in Glendale, and we're feeding into that. And the reality is that we have to address this issue. If it's a problem, if we have a reputation for being corrupt here in Glendale also, then this is a good opportunity for you to come to Glendale Library on the 23rd, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and participate in the Stop Armenian Corruption. It's right there, stoparmeniancorruption.com. Our goal is to clean up our act because, you know, it's kind of interesting, Robert. In the 1960s, the Japanese and the Armenians were at the very bottom of the FBI's list for organized crime. Armenia is one of the top ones now on the FBI's list. We've made our way up because of all this corruption, all of the dirty stuff that's going on.
Not surprising.
And it's time, and they know about us. It's not that by us speaking in English, they're learning something new. They know all about us. The people that know things about us, they already know. We're not hiding any secrets here. And Robert, you wanted to talk about dirty laundry.
We don't believe in hiding dirty laundry. We believe in exposing it. In fact, I've got some right here.
What do you got, Robert?
Well, this is my dirty laundry.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is.
But we can say this is Armenia's dirty laundry right here.
Those
this
are his rollerblading shorts.
Well, these are swimming shorts.
Oh, are they?
Socks and underwear.
Yeah,
you know, we're not afraid to show dirty laundry here on The Truth Must Be Told.
Yeah. It's
because the only way to clean dirty laundry is to expose it and clean it. It's not going to get cleaned if you just leave it in the closet.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Robert has dirty laundry, and if he is able to expose his dirty laundry and we're able to actually sit here and bear this, then Armenian dirty laundry is nothing. I mean, really, it's nothing. But it really is, in all seriousness, it's something that we need to address. You know what, Robert? I want to expose a little bit more of the Armenia Fund dirty laundry.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going over all their tax papers, and I actually have been going over these for a while. Some of the interesting things that I've found is over the years, and I have tax papers for the West, 1999 to present, and on the Armenia Fund tax papers, Armenia Fund West really doesn't collect that much money, and their expenses to run that office are quite high, and even the telethon expenses. Do you know how much it costs to run a telethon? Do you know how much it costs?
No.
It's close to $600,000, $700,000 just for that telethon. Wow. Because remember, you got to be able to wine and dine all your visitors that are coming here to vacation. The Armenian Fund is known for free vacations for government officials. That's another thing that it does supply. Free vacations for government officials. Because they have to come here. I've always wondered, why don't they have the telethon in Armenia? We've got these great studios.
Yeah.
You know, where we have live stream, we have live feeds from there. Why can't we do it there? Why do we have to bring Hrant over here? Why do we have to bring the president of Armenia or the president of Artsakh over here?
I can't think of one good reason.
There is no good reason. The only good reason is because they all come here to vacation on our dime. Let's take another call. Well, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Turn off your TV volume.
Hello. Turn your volume down and ask your question, please.
I have no question. I want to say to that guy, you know, Armenian language.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Դուք շահ Նատալիի թորն եք։
Այո։
Եվ շատ սուտ եք խոսում, ափսոս է այն մարդի անուն դուք չակնում եք։
Okay. You know what? I won't tolerate that. What he said was, I'm Shah Natali's grandson and I'm speaking with lies. Sir, that's called defamation and slander, and if you were actually a reputable person that was doing that, I'd sue you. But because you're nobody, I will just leave you alone and let it be at that. Shad amot etzeresadze. Shad amot. The reality is, this is the Armenian condition today. And this is something that if Shahan Natali was here today, he would be doing the same exact thing.
It doesn't take much for this guy to actually see the truth, but he doesn't want to see the truth. You can look on the internet. There's many, many news sites from Armenia reporting corruption every day. Every day there's a new article about corruption and the way they're eating the money. And the people are suffering also. Yeah. So his head is in the sand. I think you should take your dirty laundry out of your closet and look at it.
Let me go over a few other items here. It's kind of interesting. The Armenia Fund, in the day, they were able to, they would have to provide quite a bit of detail in these 990 reports. Now, if somebody makes over $150,000, they don't have to report it. When I met with Sarkis Kotanjan back in 2011, before even the first part of the white paper was published, when it wasn't even considered a white paper, it only evolved into that out of necessity. Sarkis Kotanjan claimed that he was making $3,000 a month as the executive director of the All-Armenian Fund. Well, these tax papers are quite revealing. Sarkis Kotanjan makes over $100,000 from the All-Armenian Fund. And this is Sarkis Kotanjan, and if you don't know who he is, his father is a general, Hayk Kotanjan. He's an advisor to Seb Sarkisyan on military strategic issues, and I can clearly say that he had a lot of influence to get his son Sarkis into this position, because when I asked the people who were on the board of directors of the Armenia Fund West, why did you hire Sarkis Kotanjan? They very honestly said, he was presented to us and we all agreed. So it wasn't like there was a calling for who's going to get hired. He was placed there. And if you talk about corruption and the leader of corruption in the Armenia Fund, Sarkis Kotanjan is a mouthpiece for corruption. And unfortunately, that is the truth. Should we take another call? Gee, I'm almost reluctant, but I'm going to because the truth must be told. Line 1, oh, and if you're calling with an anonymous, please unblock your anonymous. We don't take anonymous calls. Line 1, you're on the air. Welcome to the show. Ոչինչ, հայերեն. Okay, եղավ. She's asking me to explain. Եթե գուզես այս ծրագիրի մասին հայերենով իմանաս վաղը ժամը 10-ին 100 բրոնզյանին վերաթարց ծրագիրի վրա, ես հայերենով ամեն ինչ կբացատրեմ։ Շնորհակալություն. Okay, so I'm
not the only Armenian living in the diaspora that doesn't speak Armenian.
Yeah, and in fact,
so if I'm here, there are others here too.
In fact, the reality is most Armenians don't understand Armenian. That's another effect of this corruption and this overall condition that we're experiencing today. It definitely is. So if you're offended that we're not speaking Armenian, you could just imagine how people that really need to know this stuff, and this station is filled with Armenian programs touching on this subject. Again, tomorrow, վաղը ժամը 10-ին վերաթարց 100 բրոնզյանին ծրագիրը ես հյուրն եմ եւ կխոսեմ այս մասին հայերենով. Let's take another call. Call 1, you're anonymous, so you're not getting on. Call 4. Welcome to the show. Hello, welcome to the show.
Next call.
No, it's not. I don't like hanging up on people either. Hello? Okay. No, the rest of them are anonymous. So anyway, so as I was saying, I had a meeting with Sarkis Kotanjan, and we went over a lot of issues regarding the Armenian Fund and my concerns. And he agreed with a lot of what I was saying, but in the open forum of speaking about these publicly, the whole conversation changed and the whole climate changed. And in fact, he went to the extent of creating a fake name to argue with me as a staunch
on the internet.
On the internet. Mm-hmm. And I was able to, I actually hired a forensic linguist who was able to take all of those conversations I had with Sarkis Kotanjan and the dialogue between this figure called Bahagadzor.
What kind of things was he saying?
He was saying the Armenian Fund is clean. Mm-hmm. He's seen project. He's been supporting projects in Armenia since the days of the earthquake. And this is Sarkis Kotanjan, who was a teenager during that time. So just filled with lies. And then once I exposed it, Sarkis Kotanjan went away.
Disappeared.
Yeah. And when I exposed it also, I had Ara Vartanyan, the executive director of the Armenian Fund in Armenia, he had agreed to debate with me regarding the issues that I was, and later on, they said, we have nothing to debate because Ara is not listening to us. He's not understanding what we're saying. What's the point of debating?
Ara's not hearing, not listening, and not appreciating our lies.
Yes, exactly. So basically, I guess a debate is not when two opposing sides get together and discuss something. In their world, a debate is when two sides that see the same thing go to get together and pat each other on the back. That's what they really wanted, and that clearly came out. I, in fact, have a video. If you go on the Truth Must Be Told to our videos, if you go back a way, I'll repost all of these videos. In fact, on Thanksgiving Day, we are going to have our own live stream, Robert.
Oh, good.
And yeah, we're going to be protesting outside of the studio where the Armenia Fund is going on. We're going to have our Thanksgiving dinner out there, live streaming it, and we're going to be playing videos like this video, for instance, this dialogue we're having today. Oh, we got all these calls. Robert, should we take one?
Turkey Horovats also?
Turkey Horovats, why not?
Okay, good.
Good evening, welcome to the show. Բարերգուն.
Շատ շնորհակալ եմ։ Գեքանքադին որ անգլերեն խոսիկ, հայերեն չեն հասկանալ։ Նույնիսկ չինարեն խոսիկ, եթե մեկը հայ ասկիտ հայրենիքեն մինչև սպյուրք 100 տարվա անցուտարսներեն դեղյակը լա չինարենն ալ հասկանա որ ինչ կխոսիկ։ Շնորհակալ եմ։
Չարշեր. Okay, let's take one more. Welcome to the show.
Turn off your volume.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the show.
Hello.
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 Այո, ցայնը իջեցուր տելևիզորի վրա։ Կխանգարեք ես։
Hello.
Այո։
You gotta go to the next one.
Hello.
Այո։
Ազոհամիչ։
Արա։
Hello, Ara Manukyan.
Այո, խոսողը։
Yes. Hello.
Այո.
Turn it off.
Unfortunately, this isn't working, and we are out of time.
We got to remind people to turn off their TV when they're calling.
Yeah, when you call in, please turn the volume down because there's a delay. So in case somebody says something they shouldn't, we can cut it out before it gets on the air. So just as a reminder, Saturday, the 23rd of this month, on Saturday,
in a couple of days.
In a few days. At 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., we will be having a town hall meeting at Glendale Public Library. Everyone is invited to participate. We're going to have Zaroi Postanjan. She's one of our special guests. We're going to have a number of other things. The white paper on the All-Armenian Fund will be presented. The corruption report in Armenia will be presented. And we hope to see you there. Robert, anything else to say?
We'll just see you there. You have to be a part of this.
And by the way, if you need any soap, let me know. That laundry really needs a little bit of...
we know that it needs...
Yeah,
we need to get rid of that.
Anyway.
We need to clean it up.
There you go. So we'll see you on the 23rd. And for those of you who speak Armenian, tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. to Veratats. We'll be discussing this issue in Armenian, and we will be taking your calls and your opinions. Thank you very much. Until next week, good night.